Hi, my name is Jackie Dwane. I'm a fourth-year part-time PhD student with the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences at the School of Law. And today I'm going to talk to you about co-creation as an implementation strategy. So many of you will know that policymakers and researchers have struggled to support to look at the best possible ways to support people to implement new change in their practice. So that's where implementation science comes in trying to create strategies or develop strategies to implement new practice. But what's co-creation got to do with this? Well, some of you will know about the human towers that they use in Spain, Girona, Tarragona, and different parts, where stakeholders or people come together with an idea or a problem to build a tower, develop solutions together and start to implement them. That's where they build the tower. And as they're doing that, they're hopefully networking, developing trust among each other, reflecting on what they're doing, and also evaluating their practice. And as they get to the top, they're hopefully looking at new ways to develop to meet the context that they're in. But what they're doing there is different to maybe what the people in another place are doing, because they have to think about their context. They might have people with different body structures. They might be looking at a different type of formation, and indeed they might be standing on a different type of terrain. That's where context comes into it. And implementation science is all about looking at context, because one size does not fit all. So you see this cute guy up in the corner. He's there and he's making a mess of those balls of wool and all of that yarn, and he's really making an intricate and difficult kind of job for someone to untangle it. So when you try to look at co-creation in a human service setting where there's a lot of complexity, it becomes much more challenging to do. So what my study does is it's looking at co-creation and the potential of it as a design and implementation tool within human service settings. So what did I do? Well, the first thing I did was a scoping review to look at the international evidence on co-creation. So I wanted to look at the determinants and characteristics of co-creation to see how it supported implementation in human service settings. And what I found was that the evidence is quite disparate. A lot of the studies talk about co-creation and they name some of the stages, but they don't look at all of the stages that are involved in a co-creation process. In particular, co-evaluation is often seldom mentioned in the literature. Secondly, I went to look at 16 implementation studies that have been conducted as part of an action research project in youth justice settings. And those implementation studies had captured real-time data over 3 years on implementing new practice change in those settings. And I used implementation science tools to assess that data. And what I found was that co-creation in the right conditions is a great enabler in terms of design and implementation. What I also found was that it has huge potential for sustainable practice change and innovation in different human service settings. Thank you for listening.